IEEE standard is STP. In that, we are going to focus IEEE 802.1S. We have seen 1W, which is rapid. This is 1S. Let's check. You can see here IEEE 802.1S is MST. Yeah? All right. Now let's learn MST. MST stands for multiple spanning trees, but multiple spanning tree not based on the number of VLANs, based on your requirement. Multiple spanning tree protocol. We learned that in Cisco, for each VLAN, there is a separate instance of spanning tree, which is called as per VLAN spanning tree, PVST.
Yes.
And when you enable rapid spanning tree, we saw per VLAN spanning tree also gets enabled. Now what we are going to see here is multiple spanning tree, but not like per VLAN spanning tree. If I have 100 VLANs, how many spanning trees will be there? 100 usually, isn't it?
Yes.
But in MST, you can decide how many. Even if you have 100 VLAN, you can say, I want only 2 spanning trees. For example, we have a topology like this.
So that 100, I mean, even if we have 100 VLANs, so per VLAN, there won't be, I mean, that we can configure, right?
By default, it is per VLAN. When you enable rapid spanning tree, it is by default per VLAN, right?
Per VLAN, yes.
But I don't like. The reason is it is consuming too much of CPU. When I run 100 instances of spanning tree, this is not a slow spanning tree. This is a fast, rapid spanning tree. When I run 100, then it is more CPU. Yes or no?
Yes.
More CPU. If I have 500 VLANs, then 500 times STP consumes CPU. I don't like 500 or I don't like 100. I want only 2. You know why? We learn from 1 to 50. I want this to be the root. We learn 51 to 100. I want this to be the root. Then you tell me how many spanning tree I need?
2.
Only 2. Why do I need to run separate instance for each VLAN? There is no use. Per VLAN spanning tree is not that useful. We need more than one spanning tree for load sharing, but we need not to have each instance, each VLAN an instant. That is too bad. It's not needed, not really necessary. CPU is wasted. So, multiple VLAN can be mapped. That's what I'm showing here. Multiple VLANs are mapped to one spanning tree. Let me call that spanning tree as spanning tree A. Again, another multiple instance of spanning tree is mapped to another STP B. So how many spanning tree? 2 spanning trees.
2 spanning trees.
In each, how many VLANs I have mapped? 50 VLANs. You understand? Now,
Yeah.
for the first 50, here it is going to block. For this 50, it is going to block there. And for this 50, it is going to block here. That's all I want actually. No, I want to do load sharing. I can do load sharing just with two spanning tree because I got only two paths. Why I need more than two? Not necessary. And this is possible only through MST. We need to enable MST. MST configurations are not that easy like rapid. In rapid spanning tree, you did two commands. One is put first on the access port, yes or no?
Yes.
And then you enabled rapid spanning tree by typing spanning tree mode rapid. Just two commands only you did. It is not that easy. MST is not that easy. MST is not that easy like rapid. Why? Because I need to take some VLANs, create an instant, and then I need to say for this instant these VLANs. For another instant these VLANs. And then I need to enable it, and then I need to copy and paste on all other switches also. You need to have same configuration on all four switches. And then you need to enable rapid spanning, sorry, MST. Is MST fast? Of course it is fast like rapid. The only big difference is rapid spanning tree runs separate instance for each VLAN. MST can run an instant for multiple VLANs. You got it? Yes. Now let us go do this one and see. Are you ready? You understood?
Sir, one question. So for rapid spanning tree, we are sending the BPDU. So similarly for multiple STP.
For any spanning tree, BPDU is important. All other stories that I told you before is same. I'm just telling you the difference only. The difference between the rapid and MST is in MST you don't run each VLAN a separate instant of STP. When you don't say how many instances, say for example, you just configured MST. What does it mean? You did not say how many instances of spanning tree you want to have. In that case, how many? Only one. Got it?
Yeah.
All VLANs will be member of one fast STP called MST0. What is the number? 0. MST0 is the default instant MST instant identifier. 0. You got it?
Yeah.
MST0 is the default instant number when you don't create instance.
Okay.
Let me try logging into my server. So here you go, we got lab environment ready. Now I'm going to run MST. As I said, I have to run it on all the router, all the switches. I'm going to on all the switches.
Sir, one question, like in rapid spanning tree for every VLAN we have STP instance. So the control packets, right, like BPDUs, per instance BPDUs it will be sending, right?
Yeah.
But in case of MST, it will be reduced, which means like
not only that is reduced, when the CPU utilization
Right.
is reduced because you are not having separate instance.
Yeah.
Number of spanning tree that is going to run depends on how many you want. Whereas in rapid spanning tree, it's not how many you want, it's how many VLANs you have. Okay. Now, you see, I'm going to simply configure this spanning tree mode MST. That's all. And I have 100 VLAN. Let's say VLAN 1 to 100. VLAN 1 to 100. Hey, 1. Okay. 100 VLANs created. You want to see that? I'll show you. Show VLAN brief. You see?
Yeah.
100 VLANs created. And now I have also enabled MST. Show spanning tree. You see, for all 100 VLAN, how many instances are running?
Only one.
Only one. And you can also see by typing detail. If you type detail, it's going to show you for what all VLANs. It is running for show spanning tree. It usually show what all VLAN. Okay, there I can show you in another command that one show MST show
Sir,
spanning.
it was showing MST 0. So that
It's
means
okay. That is instant number.
instance. Okay.
See, show spanning tree MST configuration. Okay. Now you see, for all VLANs, this is the instant. You got it?
Yeah.
How many instance configured? One. Did I configure? No. I just enabled the spanning tree, MST. I just enabled MST. Now, this is not what we want. We want 2 instance for 100 VLAN. So for that, this is the command spanning tree MST configuration. You see, you need to give a name here. So I'm going to say name. Can be any name. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3 or ABC. And then instance. Already instance 0 is there. I'm going to say instance 1 for VLAN 1 to 50. How many VLANs? How
50
many VLAN? 50 VLANs I'm mapping to number 1 spanning tree. Next. Instant 2. 51 to 100.
100.
Now you need to set something called revision number. And I'm setting the revision number 1. What does that mean? You know, I have done some change. What is the change? This is the change. So when I say 1, this change will get saved with the revision number 1. Tomorrow, if you go and do some changes to this, you need to increment the revision number. If you don't increment, the changes will be there but not applied. You understand? The revision number only will make the changes to get applied. Now let's verify this. Show spanning tree MST configuration. Now you see how many instances are there?
3 instance.
Revision number 1, ABC name. Yeah, this is default for all the other VLANs. We have not created those VLANs anyhow. You don't have those VLANs. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let us type this command: show spanning tree. Now you can see instance 0, instance 1, instance 2. See, we don't have too many VLANs. Sorry, we don't have too many spanning tree. Only 3 spanning tree. Instead of 100, we run only 3. Let's say detail. When I say detail, instance 0, instance 1. In some versions, you know, I have seen instance 1 for what all VLANs. This is funny, this is not showing. In some version, they will show for these VLANs like 50 to 100 instance 2. It will very clearly show. I don't know whether it is Huawei. I think it's Huawei, it's not Cisco. In Huawei, it used to show. It is showing actually in a Huawei device. Okay. Now we have created successfully MST. We need to copy and paste on all other switches. So let's do it. Can you guide me? What are all the commands that I need to type?
Yeah, spanning tree MST.
Spanning tree mode. Okay. Mode MST.
Mode.
This is to enable MST. This can be even typed at the last.
Okay.
To configure spanning tree MST, you need to say spanning tree MST configuration.
Configuration.
Name. There I gave ABC. Here you can give anything. But better to give same name. Usually in the real world we give same name. But that is locally significant. That doesn't matter actually. And then revision number you can type at last. Instance 1. VLAN number 1 to 50. Wait, in this switch have you created 100 VLAN? First we need to create that. VLAN 1 to 100.
Okay.
Now you say spanning tree MST configuration.
Yes.
Instance 1 VLAN 1 to 50. Instance 2 VLAN 51 to 100. Revision number 1. Now you need to enable the mode. Spanning tree mode MST. Let us go to the other two switches and enable.
Yeah.
Spanning tree MST configuration.
Configuration.
Name.
Yeah.
ABC. Instance 1, okay.
VLAN has to create it, no?
Yeah. VLAN 1 to
100.
spanning tree MST configuration. Name not needed, already given. Instance 1 for VLAN 1 to 50. Instance 2 for VLAN 51 to 100.
Yes.
Revision number 1. Spanning tree mode.
Mode
MST.
MST.
That's it. Likewise, I have to do it on the other switch. If you don't do it on one of the switch, then say for example, I did not do on this switch, then these two switches will fall to RSTP. Even though you configured MST, it will have compatible, like it will start behaving like RSTP to provide compatibility, because switch 4 is RSTP, no?
Yeah.
Okay, now spanning tree. No, first create VLAN. VLAN
Yes.
10.
1
Sorry,
to 100.
1 to 100. Spanning tree MST configuration, name ABC, and then instance 1 VLAN 1 to 50, instance 2 VLAN 51 to 100, revision number 1, spanning tree mode MST. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Now let us see which switch is a root switch. Go to switch 1, show spanning tree for MST1. It says this is the root switch for instant 1.
Yeah.
I want to see for instant 2. For that also the same switch. I don't want this. I want this to be root.
For one instance and for instance 1.
Yeah. Now, how do we achieve this? It's very easy. Right now, if you type show spanning tree for MST1, this is not root. Okay? Root is connected through E00. But when I go and change the priority. If you go and change the priority, what will happen? It will change. So how do we change? Like this only, spanning tree. For MST1, priority is 0. I'll go to switch 3 and say spanning tree for MST2, priority
0.
That's all. Load sharing is done. Now let us go to switch 2 and verify first. Show spanning tree MST1. It says this is the root switch.
This is switch for MST1.
For MST2, it's blocking in this port. Now let's go to switch 3. Show spanning tree for MST1. Show spanning tree for MST1. It is blocking. For MST2, it's a root switch. That's all. We have come to the end of MST.